Hi there, it's Lori, and this is a story about the cat in the picture. This is the cat I had I adopted him as a kitten. It was actually a birthday or Christmas present. Christmas present to my kids from a guy I was dating at the time. 2007? I think so. Anyway, this little gray and white kitty is Guster, is his name. And the story is about his name. Apparently there's a band named Guster. Have any of you ever heard of Guster, the band? I certainly hadn't. That's not where his name comes from. All right. So this was, like I said, I believe 2007. No. Yes. Yes. It was definitely 2007. And the shelter's name for this cat was Antenna. What kind of name is that for a cat? Antenna. Anyway, this kitten, we got him toward the end of November. Maybe it was early December. He was a BOGO kitty. There's another kitty too. She might show up in a picture, but I don't think she's in any of these throwbacks. But maybe I'll talk about her. Her name was Emerald. I think her shelter name was Emmy, so we barely changed her name. But anyway, there you go. So Guster, we kept trying different names. He was not responding to any of the names we were picking. So I'm like, oh, okay. And I know cats don't always, but they at least react somehow. Well, on the TV, every time there was an ad for American Gladiators, he seemed to respond to that word gladiators. I'm like, I am not calling my cat Gladiator. No, it's not happening. Not happening. So I'm like, okay, so it seems to be the G sound that he was responding to. So I'm like, okay, what kind of G names could we come up with? Well, we as in me and my daughters, they were teenagers back then. No, were they even teenagers? They might not have been teenagers yet. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll delete that out. My bad. Anyway, they were late. They were almost teenagers, but they weren't teenagers yet in 2007. And this had to have been 2007. Anyway, so he's responding to this G name. Me and my daughters are super into the TV show Psych. And there's a character on there named, they call him Gus, but his name is Burton Guster. But that's not the entire story of why his name is Guster. My kids watched a TV show. I can't even tell you what the TV show was. I hope it's not picking up any of that conversation. Here, I'm actually going to pause. Okay, so it's at least muffled now. All right, so they watched some cartoon, and they called farting, passing gas, whatever you choose to call it, tooting, whatever. The cartoon called it busting a grumpy. Okay? So busting a grumpy, which, yes, I'll give you a second to look for that. Yeah, busting a grumpy. If you need a new phrase for it, there you go, busting a grumpy. This cat, this little tiny kitten, he's not a kitten in that picture, but this little tiny kitten was... Okay, so busting a grumpy. You can thank me later for that one. But this kitten, his gas, we called them toxic fumes. And we're like, this litter box is hazardous waste. It was only the beginning of, like, maybe the first month or two, but we took him to the vet because I'm like, why does this smell so bad? Anyway, so we're like, busting a grumpy, and we like Gus on Psych. his name is Guster. And he responded to it because it was close enough to Gladiator to him that, yep, that's his name. So, yes, his name came about because he really wanted to be called Gladiator. Okay. I'm going to do audio only for, I'm sorry about all the little weird interruptions. I'll do audio only for so you can see this bench. I could not find a before picture, and I apologize for that. I'll do my best to describe what it looked like before. Okay, so this is the kitty Guster. He was, at his max, I think he was 16 pounds. So he was not as big as Flynn. I mean, he was physically smaller, and then he didn't weigh as much, and he was super fluffy, as you can see. He was a sweet, sweet kitty. Anyway, this bench I purchased at a garage sale for $5. And I want to say this was in approximately, I purchased it maybe 2015-ish. And it was until several years later, so 2020, I decided, okay, I'm going to reupholster it. The upholstery, so they had reupholstered it, whoever had it before me. But when I took that upholstery off, because it was not cute and dirty and whatever, it had this beautiful vintage, I don't know, upholstery underneath, that was kind of a stunning blue color. I don't know how to describe it. It's like an antique teal. I think you all, well, if you've seen it before, you know what I'm talking about. And it was definitely so I did not remove that. I just covered it with that pink material that you see on the picture. And so all right. I have a trouble. I get distracted very easily. So
I lost your train of thought.
I did. Did you all hear the accent there? See, and I picked it up just from him saying that. He's so funny. Anyway, that's I apologize. He brought me a hot apple cider, so, and I needed it. And Missy is coming over to have hot apple cider. Okay, these cats are insane. Guster was not like that. He was not. I mean, he liked food. He was motivated by food, but not like these kitties. Missy is. She'll take food right out of your hand. She's a nutter. Anyway, so the bench, it was very beat up, but I covered the beautiful antique material because it was a little bit worn, and I mostly covered it to protect it and then make it a little more comfortable. I think I put some, like the stuff you put in quilts. What's that stuff called? Batting. I think I put some batting on there, and then I put that pink material on it. And then I painted it black. The wood was really beat up, like really beat up. So I was like, it's not like, I mean, it would be easy enough if somebody wanted to like restore it to its original or whatever. You could easily strip the paint I did and stain it. So I painted it black, and then I splatter painted it with neon pink and white. And it was such a fun project. But this was my first kind of venture into painting something that wasn't a canvas. So I was updating this bench, and I got to introduce you to my kitty, that one of the kitties I had before having this pair of kitties. you've seen and gotten to know. So, anyway, this was a fun project. And again, I protected the material that I felt was of value. And the wood, like I said, oh my gosh, the effort it would have taken to strip it and actually like kind of sand it and make it quality was, I paid $5 for it. The antique material, I didn't feel like I wanted to take any chances of destroying that. Like I said, it'd be easy enough to strip the paint off that I put on, and if somebody wanted to restore it at some point. For us, the color scheme is totally not any of the rest of our household, so it's its own piece of furniture. But every cat, I'm sorry, every boy cat. So Guster like cleaned immediately once I had it all restored, or I guess restored isn't the right word, but up to date, refurbished. Anyway, and then Flynn, that's his favorite place in our main that we hang out and watch TV. On the rare times I get to do that anymore. Anyway, I keep saying that. I apologize. I'm definitely having distractibility problems, and I apologize. So, again, this is my first venture into non canvas. I'm going to show you some really cool projects. You're probably going to see one or two, or maybe even three in the next few Throwback Thursdays, because they are Halloween themed painting things. Um, Painted pumpkins, paint actual pumpkins, painted wine bottles, but where you can see through, one that you can't see through. Um, Trying to think, there were like six things that I can show you. One of them I might do all on its own because it's so cool, and I can talk about how cool it came out. And that was a gift for somebody. I know you're all surprised by that. So I don't have it in my possession anymore. At least this bench I still have, and we still use, and the cats use. And it's just funny that that's how it gets used. It's one of their favorite things. All right. Thanks for coming in, and can I get an amen?